Welcome to another Horror Review Sunday. Let's talk about Rawhead Rex. This is a Clive Barker film that came out in 1986, and he wrote this one. He did not direct it. This is before he became a director with Hellraiser and whatnot. And this movie stars nobody that I'm aware of, and it's about a monster. I mean, the story of this movie is kind of all over the place. Like, the beginning half of it is about an author, like he's trying to write a book, he's studying this little town in like Ireland, I think. And then the second half, towards the later half, it becomes like a revenge story. So, but it's about a monster. That's all you need to know. It's about Rawhead Rex, this ancient demon or devil or god that comes out of the grave or the ground somewhere and starts attacking people. And that's all you need to know. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, the only things positive I could say about this movie, because I didn't enjoy it that much. There were elements that I liked, and I'll get into it later in my spoiler discussion. But the things that I think are good about this movie, first up, is the Blu-ray transfer from, not Shout Factory, I don't know who did this, KL Studio Classics. There's moments where it gets really grainy, but then there's a lot of the movie that looks great. So overall, it's a very good transfer. Just moments here and there where there's like shots that look very grainy. So I'm not sure. It's probably just the footage they were given that was just unsavable. They couldn't make it look good. But overall, a good transfer. And I enjoyed the family in this movie, like just their little interactions, the dialogue, and just their chemistry together. It felt like a genuine family. They have like a little son and daughter that kind of fight and bicker, and I just enjoyed them together. I mean, they're the only decent characters in the movie. Everybody else is like weird or just terrible acting, and I mean, the acting overall is pretty bad, but everybody else is just throwaway. They're all just randomly inserted just to die, and I like the look of Rawhead Rex. I mean, it's very unique. It's very odd. And it's just funny that he looks like an 80s punk rocker. He's got like leather pants. He's got like a mohawk thing going on. But he's supposed to be from like before Christ. And he's got like a modern day 80s look. Modern in 80s, not today, but you know what I mean. So it's like he came from thousands of years ago. And then when he comes out of the ground, he's wearing like a torn leather jacket or something. His clothes are all torn, like he's the Incredible Hulk, like he was normal size and then got bigger and busted out of his clothes. It just looks odd. It doesn't make sense given his lore and how old he is, why he's wearing the outfit he's wearing, but it looks creepy. His face is creepy. He's got red eyes. It's very cheesy looking. He's got like a mouth within a mouth, so kind of like a xenomorph. I enjoyed the score to the film overall. You know, it's very Psycho-esque at one moment when a chick's getting attacked. And I really like the odd tone of the movie because it's very serious. It seems like everybody in the film's taking it seriously. But then there's just weird, wacky moments that come out of nowhere. And it just kind of throws the tone off. You're like, oh shit, where did that come from? Like, there's a scene regarding like a severed hand. There's a scene where a chick accidentally gets naked. And there's kid death in the movie. You know, I mean, I like that especially. I know it's a little bit of a spoiler, but fuck it, it's something positive I can say about this movie. I like that a kid dies in this film. As for the negatives, the kills in this movie are all cutaway and like aftermath, and even the aftermath isn't anything special. Like, you got a monstrous creature like this, that big, very gigantic, with two mouths, and you get like no on-screen kills, no on-screen gore. Like, the special effects on the Rex guy's face is very good. Like, there's like, it's a mask, I think, and it's got like all this mechanical moving, like the face is like twitching and whatnot. The way the mouth moves looks good. So you would think that they would be able to at least do some good gore effects. You see like severed heads, but you don't see the heads getting severed. You don't see any real gore. It's just a lot of aftermath stuff. So the kills department is lacking severely, and the acting department on a lot of people, you know, a lot of people in this movie aren't that good. And it's just like when this guy loses somebody close to him, like he's not really all that upset. There's no tears. So it's just, I hate that in movies. It's like one of my pet peeves when someone's reaction isn't real or as strong as it should be, like their emotions. I'm just like, dude, you should be crying. You should be a lot more pissed off. I'm just not buying it. And the story of the movie overall, I just wasn't invested. It wasn't intriguing. There's nothing that really caught my interest. I was like, whatever. Like, this guy is there writing the book, and it's just, and then it turns into a different story at some other point, and it's just like all not very interesting to me. I just wasn't engaged in the story or any of the characters really, and therefore the first half of the movie, just the pacing felt a little slow to me. I was just like, I don't care. And because the kills weren't great, the pacing was suffering even more. And because the acting wasn't great and the characters, it's just like, I wasn't into it. I just wasn't into this movie. I liked the second half a lot more than the first half. The first half was just a boring guy researching crap for his book, and it just wasn't doing it for me. But the second half, that's when things start getting a little bit more weird. There's a lot more weird shit going on. There's like a baptism scene that I'll get into. So when it comes to Rawhead Rex, maybe borrow it from a friend, stream it, or rent it at Redbox. Alright, so this movie opens up, we're in Ireland, and we got this big old stone, and this guy's digging at it, so he resurrects Rawhead Rex on accident, I guess, and he just comes on out, kills him off camera, and then we see this odd priest. I think he's a priest, but he's missing a white collar. I thought they all had to have white collars, maybe not, but this guy is an oddball. He's the oddest character in this movie, and the podium, this thing, like this altar there, apparently if you touch it, it's like linked to Rawhead Rex, and if you touch it, you can see what he sees, and if you touch it, it also burns you. And then we get like a little Phantasm reference. The motel that they're staying at is called like the Tall Man Motel. And then I thought this cutaway, this edit in this movie was very odd to me. Like you don't see this very often. Like he's going to kiss his wife, the husband, and then as soon he's got his lips all puckered out, and then it just cuts away right before he kisses her. But then after that, they're like making out hardcore. You can see him like slipping his tongue in her mouth. I don't know. It was just very odd seeing that cutaway from the kiss, because in the moment I was like, oh, maybe the actress on set was like, I don't really want to kiss him, so can we just like cut away? But then after that, they're like hardcore making out. So I was like, that was a weird edit back there. And then this random couple gets attacked, this pregnant girl, and Rawhead Rex, he breaks in, he's destroying shit, and then he scares the shit out of her. I guess he doesn't kill pregnant women. I just don't get that. Like, why say like why not kill her, but you can kill this guy? And then he like drags that guy all the way to like the forest somewhere behind a trailer park just to eat him. Why, when you can just eat him where he was? You don't drag anybody else to a special location to eat them. But it's just, there's lots of questions that I have in this movie. So yeah, pregnant women are safe, but children are not. And then we get like this other couple. This brother is trying to make out with his girlfriend and bang her, but the little brother is kind of cock blocking him, so he leaves, slams the door so hard that it like locks the kid inside the trailer somehow long enough conveniently for them to like get away. And then Rawhead Rex attacks them, and this guy is being the typical cliche, like very pushy, like rapist almost type of boyfriend, like come on, just touch it. And she's like running away with him, they're holding hands, and then they both see the monster, and it like zooms in on the guy's hand, so his arm gets severed, and she's running away, still holding on to his hand. And then when she gets to like the trailer park, and there's like this whole crowd gathered, she like realizes that she still has the hand in her hand, but she didn't realize that he was gone. Like she thought she was still holding on to her boyfriend, but she didn't notice that it was a lot easier to drag him. Like you didn't feel like a weight difference. You didn't like notice that you didn't hear anybody running with you behind you. Like it's just hilarious, that scene. She's like, oh, just throws the hand on the ground, and then you get the typical like the victims are too scared to just speak up. It pisses me off in film. I don't know why. It's just so annoying. It's in too many movies where they're like, what's wrong? Tell us what's happening. And they're like, and they just become like the stuttering moron. And it's like, just spit it the fuck out. It's such a cliche, and I hate it. And then, and then there's this big like trailer park massacre. He pushes the trailer over, and then he like pulls this chick out, and the other guy's like trying to pull her back in. He accidentally like rips her clothes off, and her boobs are exposed. Her boobs are exposed. He throws her up against a tree. Like there's all this potential for great carnage, and that's where the movie suffers the most for me. It's just if this movie had a slightly bigger budget, maybe, or a good special effects artist on set that could create like these cool gore gags, but there's none. I like how the main, the author in this movie, he goes to the police because he thinks he like saw Rawhead Rex on top of a hill, and he's just gonna go to the police station like, yeah, this is what I saw, and they'll believe me. What did you hope to accomplish there? It really does nothing. It's just like, did you really expect them to believe you? And of course they don't believe him. They're just like, get the fuck out of here. You're crazy. I saw an 8 foot or 9 foot tall guy with red glowing eyes. And you would think they would know what he's talking about. I mean, it seems like the whole town is aware of this monster. They got a church where the windows are painted with the monster on it. So, but they don't believe him until they see like these drawings that the little kid that was too shocked to speak earlier have. They see like what he drew, and they're like, oh shit, maybe he was telling the truth. You think? And then, so yeah, they piece that together, and then they're like leaving town. They're like, all right, screw this. People are getting eaten, and after that whole trailer park massacre thing, they're just like, all right, we're leaving. Fuck the book. I'm done. And then the little girl needs to pee. They drop her off, and then you think like the little girl's about to get attacked, but instead the boy does, and he gets like dragged out of the car, and there's blood all over the outside of the car. So Rawhead Rex, Rawhead Rex. He eats children, but he doesn't eat infants inside the womb. So I'm not sure why he discriminated against the pregnant chick. But yeah, I love that we actually have a kid die. So ups the stakes, ups how evil Rawhead Rex really is. Then we learn like Rawhead Rex can like possess people if he stares at you. He can like make you his lackey, like the priest, and then he gets this cop, and the cop like later on like helps him out. He lights a match and he's pouring gasoline to help Rawhead Rex. And then there's this baptism scene where the priest goes out to the graveyard right outside the church, and then you just see Rawhead Rex standing in front of him, and there's like a fire hose of piss just like hitting him. It's like so much piss. He's pissing all over his chest. He rips his shirt open like, yes, more. Just loving every moment. So like I said, this movie's taking itself so serious that when shit like that happens, you're like, where did that come from? But I love it. I love the weird tone. And then he finally like opens up the altar with like a candlestick. He picks up this rock and he's like, oh, this is the thing from the paintings, and this is what I can use to defeat Rawhead Rex. And he goes out, but it doesn't work. And then his wife comes in, picks it up, and he's like, and then it starts working because I guess she's like, just because she's a woman. I thought maybe it was because she's like a descendant of somebody special. Like she sees this woman in like a little Red Riding Hood outfit earlier on, and she's like, I recognize that woman. But that never really gets brought back up. It's never explained who that woman was. So I don't know. I'm not sure why. It has to be a woman. But yeah, he just pieces it. It has to be a woman. And we get all these like blue lightning things going through, and it pushes Rawhead Rex into the ground. He's buried, and then she conveniently, like accidentally, drops the special stone inside the grave with Rawhead Rex, and now he's buried with it. And then we get the stupid final scare that we always have to get in horror movies. Sometimes they're done effectively, but then sometimes they're so roll your eyes lazy, like this movie. We get this kid going to the grave, his brother's grave, who died earlier. I guess he did like him. There wasn't really much of a bond between them, but I guess he loved him. He's putting flowers on his grave. Walks away. Boom! Rawhead Rex out of the grave, roaring. Yeah, I'm back. You didn't stop me. And this is like the same week. So it's like she didn't defeat him. She only just kind of put it on hold for like a couple of days. It was just stupid. It takes away from her victory. It's like, yeah, the woman saves the day. And then it's like, nope, all for nothing because we got to, make that stupid cliche ending where we hint at a sequel in case this movie makes money. But I don't think it did. I'm not sure how much it made, how much it cost to make this. I didn't really do my research. I just wanted to talk about it right after I watched it before all this information left my mind. Because I'm tired, I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to do any awards. There is no best kill. There is no worst kill. They're all lame to me. I didn't have a favorite character. And the funniest moment in the movie was the baptism scene. Yeah, so there's your Funny Bone Award. So those are my thoughts on this movie. What did you think about Rawhead Rex? Is it one of your favorite monster movies? Is it one of your favorite Clive Barker movies? Let me know. It's not my favorite. I wasn't that crazy about it. It has its redeeming moments. Like, if I could just watch like a compilation video of like best moments, that's really all you need to see. But some people might enjoy it. It's weird wackiness, but I just wish the first half was more in line with the second half, because that's where I was having a little bit more fun. So that's really where my problems lie, is the first half and that story and what's going on. And the kills. The kills need to be a lot better. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you like what you've seen here, you can hit this like button, share it with all your friends, and become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.